I'm Rebecca Foster, and welcome to the Zero Dimension. On this episode of the Zero Dimension, you're going to go with me to the Rhodes Hotel in Atlanta, Indiana, where Mike Couch, the owner of the Rhodes Hotel, is awaiting us. Also the founder of Lost Limbs Foundation and helps children who are amputees to get new limbs. So welcome to this awesome event. I am just arriving at the Rhodes Hotel, and so we're gonna go in and check stuff out. We're gonna go find Mike. Okay. Rhodes Hotel. Super cool door. Right on the corner of Main and Broadway. Pretty excellent, huh? Alright, so we're gonna go around the side here. It's really cool from here. Look at the steps, people. Look at how old the steps are. Like, you can feel like all of the energy of all the people, all the centuries. Well, the century. Pretty cool, huh? I'm excited. So we're at the I'm at the Rhodes Hotel with Mike Couch with Lost Limbs Foundation. So you're gonna show us around, show me around, and then Robin is here too. Robin's out in his car, being all cool. Can you see Robin? There he is. Okay. All right. So let's go. Yeah, I'll just do this for now. So you're gonna show me around. So then I'll flip it. Okay.
The doors too. Yeah, some of them are really cool. Like you see the 1893 up over top of that one.
They're really cool.
And actually going into this parlor room, let me show you this. Like on the way over. This one's actually kind of cool up here. It says to all that enter, welcome.
That's really
so
neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And then
I love it.
The front door back here has the 1893 on the top there as well.
I do. I'm a horrible cameraman. I'm just warning you. Rob from Mineral Springs, he's like, we really need a cameraman. I'm like, yeah, we know. It's really cool. Newton Rhodes, Clara Rhodes, Grand Flossie Rhodes, Everett Rhodes, and Unknown Boy. Taken in 1905. 1910. Right here. That's this door here.
The owners, like a long time ago, actually painted that mural.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Of course, it stays. It's on the historical registry, so it has to stay the way it is. Which is, I wouldn't want to cover that anyway. It looks awesome. I think it's really cool.
No, I wouldn't want to change anything.
Yeah,
that's
definitely
really cool.
Yeah, and then of course, another room here. And what's that?
Look at that. It's just really cool. Okay, yeah. Wow. This is, no. We're all good with that. Very cool. So some had closets, some didn't.
Yeah.
Where will I be staying tonight?
Wherever you want.
Wherever
you want, man. I've got that room that we were just in, down there. That's gonna be open. Of course, I only let people that I know obviously stay there because I keep it closed off to the public.
Okay.
Another one of the rooms. Of course, another one over here.
It's really cool.
Yeah, there's 8 rooms upstairs up here, so 2 bathrooms upstairs and then the bathroom downstairs.
Cool.
Of course, you see we got some renovating to do with some of the rooms, but it'll get there.
I think that's part of it, right?
Yeah.
Something historical. I don't think you ever stop.
Yeah. And you can tell the floors are pretty uneven, in places like through here even. One of the bathrooms here.
So you guys stay here, right? You live here.
I live here. Yeah. Well, the room that you came in where I was messing with the shirts. Yeah. There's another room over from that, and that's my bedroom over there. So.
Okay, cool. Well, you just tell me where you want me to. I don't care.
Yeah, wherever you want. You're welcome anywhere you want. So
Very
there's another bathroom. So we got 2 functioning bathrooms up here.
Wow, that's a big old bathroom.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I like that one. It's pretty cool. We have, and this is up to you. There's spots. This goes to the attic, but there's spots up there that's not
dangerous.
safe.
Yeah.
There's some spots up there that's definitely not safe. Of course, the last room here as well.
Wow. I just got punched in the stomach.
Really?
I did. Ugh. Like throwy uppy punched in the stomach. Like when you eat and get punched. And you just want to regurgitate everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. And you've got some female up here that's watching us right now too. Because she made herself kind of known. I had noticed her and I just ignored her when we started walking that way. But I was trying to figure out which room she's associated with. But that room is interesting that I would get hit.
Yeah.
Which means there's got to be a guy up here somewhere too. And it's funny because they play, not that they play, but they sometimes they get into a place where I can see them, like standing here next to you and then there's other times where they're this dimension side away where they can mess with us, but we can't see them, and that's when you can feel them, but you can't see them. And so that's the dimension I don't like, because they're that close that they're there. But why won't you let me see you? What are you afraid of, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
It's very quiet and a cool place. Yeah. It's really quiet.
It's very quiet. I don't feel anything bad.
It's good to hear.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I haven't had any issues, the time I've been here.
Well, it's exciting. It's super fun.
Yeah.
No, I bet you wouldn't have any. It's just it's an old home.
Yeah.
That has energies left in it.
Yeah.
It's really cool though.
Yeah, in the history with it, it's always been really active. There's always been so much stuff going on. Yeah. 20 minutes later, I get down the stairs, right?
After Mike showed me around, I decided to take a look by myself just to see what I felt and could hear and sense with no other known energies around me. And for the most part, it was a pretty quiet walk, except for a couple of things that I caught that were consciously aware of me there. So beautiful. Everywhere I went in these first 3 rooms at the front of the hotel, it felt as if there was someone right behind me, and every time I exited the room I could hear them walking behind me as if they were showing me around, and I responded to every single one of their noises. I know you're here. I can hear you coming up behind me constantly. At this point, I got to the end of the hall, and I had no idea that this room in orange belonged to Everett Rhodes, who was 18 years old and passed due to tuberculosis. And when I say, oh, there are the doors that are blocked off and hidden behind the curtains, I get a reply, those are the doors to the back. Oh, there's the doors for the stairs. So this was a doorway that led out and down the back. An upper entrance. All right, what was that? I just saw that. So I'm thinking maybe we will move. This is a lamp. Maybe put. I sat here for quite a while and didn't really experience anything but sleepiness and comfort. And so I just moved on. However, as I was sitting here and contemplating moving to a different room, there was a slight growl, and it wasn't coming from my stomach this time. It's outside. Oh, why on earth would this curtain be moving when I came in? I saw you. Yeah, that's not happening. I saw that right behind me. That room I was just in. You finally showed yourself. It almost sounded like I could hear a woman's dress when she was walking, bustling. At this point, I could hear people outside, and I did not want to confuse them with anything that I was hearing. And it was just really quiet upstairs, so I moved on.
Okay, let's go harass some people, shall we? Oh, look at this. Look what you find at haunted hotels.
Oh no.
I know, look at what you guys dug up. A Robin Terry.
Shit out here. So what you saying?
Caught me playing with poop pipes. See how you are?
You're not live. This is all just recorded.
Oh, gee, I thought it was a dream. I guess I'm not live.
Yeah, that's on the side over there. It's on the side. You can move it. You're good. That does, yeah. She's in about third.
So the fun was over. I had my fun. I got to drive this awesome 6-speed Challenger. Had there been an open highway, I would have taken off. However, I didn't know my way back, and that would have been bad. I did offer to trade my van with Robin, and he declined. So it was just waiting for the VIP guests to arrive and do the gallery, and then turn the lights out for the ghost hunt. So I'm putting together all of the footage from the Rhodes Hotel over the last weekend. And it's taken quite a while because it's super fun having to take everything off of a phone and different formats. And it seemed like nothing really went well with the different recordings, and the cameraman absolutely sucks. So the one thing that was so strange is upstairs we had the Phasma box out, and not only was I recording with my iPhone, but I was also recording with my night vision camera. And it's very awesome. It's wide lens. Everything's perfect. However, it did not record any audio. Nothing. And so the entire Phasma time that we spent was no good. I was just thinking, what the heck? That was some juicy stuff too. That was really good. But it was eventful. It was fun. And although there is a lot of footage that is in complete darkness, you just are heightened more by listening to so much that's happening. And had I been using my eyes, I may have caught only a fraction of what was actually happening in the dark. So take a listen. I hope you enjoy Rhodes Hotel.
I can.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, you want to wait a little bit?
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of hesitating. I was
Oh,
going to
wow.
make sure,
What's
you know.
he doing? Do you
He's
see
tall. He's right
that? Yeah.
there.
And he keeps going, if you notice, he goes back and forth to you.
Well, the thing about it is he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to lean up and look and see, but then I kind of don't because I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to. If there's someone there.
What if you lifted your hand over your head? I just wonder if it would reach out, you know?
Maybe. See if they want to touch my hand, maybe.
Because they didn't move when you did that.
Anybody back here? You want to reach over and touch my hand?
Mm-mm.
Nothing?
He's just standing there.
He's just standing there.
Well, we're all hanging out here tonight with Mike and you, and it's a very interesting place. And we are really excited to meet you.
It's like he's peeking around.
That's a tall person.
Mm-hmm. Like all the way to the ceiling.
It's really interesting that you're telling me that it's a tall person.
Yeah, your head is at like the level of the knees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that definitely gives me a good idea.
You just walked over.
Yeah, just like did
He
a
just-
step over your
He's
head.
like doing spiders.
It's kind of odd because
I'm
like
sorry.
I've got
No, you're
cold
fine.
chills. I've got goosebumps on my arms.
Now he's over the
It kind of feels like there's somebody like really close right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He crawled over you.
Still really close.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like hovering over
Over
you.
it, yeah.
Huh.
And he's
Yeah, get ready. He's like
He's
right-
touching you
He's
now.
touching you.
Yeah.
He's like hugging you or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting.
Do you feel anything?
Got like kind of just got cold chills. I mean, I've got goosebumps on my arms, but
Oops,
That's-
sorry. Slammed under the chair.
it's still really close.
Yeah, they disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Completely gone.
Yep.
Huh. So you said it looked like it's more interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe that's why I got the cold chills.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. It's definitely
What is that?
yeah. Like an imposing energy. Was that outside or something? Was that something?
Inside.
Was that?
Yeah, it was maybe back in the civil part room behind her, maybe.
Ooh. What in the hell?
What?
What in the hell is that?
What do you got?
Oh yeah, what is that?
Hear that sound?
Wow.
Footsteps.
What do you see?
What are you
What is
getting?
that? What is that? Well, those dots that you see right there, those are the Kinect doing that, but I don't know what just made everything go ballistic.
Where's it at? What?
It was,
Right there.
yeah, it was all over the whole screen.
Did you hear that? That was like right out here in the hallway.
Is there children out there?
There
Yeah,
is.
kids outside. Did you hear like the little,
I
like
heard
the little
thump. Yeah, I heard
It
the
was
thump.
right out here in the hallway, like right over to my right.
He left.
She's gone again.
Mm-hmm. He kind of pops in and pops out.
Keeps talking.
Mm-hmm. That is children talking outside.
Yeah.
Yes. So we don't mistake him.
They're writing back.
There they go.
It's very interesting.
So whoever was standing behind me a minute ago, can you come back down and hang out with us? I'm sure you know me by now. I'm here a lot. Pops back up. Come on down and hang out with us. So you're visiting. Come on. Everybody with me, I'm kind of living here. You know what I mean. Somebody in the other parlor room back here, like on the other side of the table, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
It's very dark in here.
Thought I saw a shadow actually on the back side of it. Close to the door. I thought maybe it might be somebody over in the parlor room, and it was just.
It's lightened up.
Huh?
It lightened up a little bit.
Out here?
By me.
Oh, okay.
That was an intense energy. Letting us know. Now that would make that, if I didn't know that I was doing this and I was just feeling that somewhere, it would have made me probably panicky a little bit. Like, what's my body doing? And my blood sugar dropping.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is doing that wiggy shit again. Look at that. Shh, everybody, wait. Nobody say anything. Can you turn that back to where it was, and maybe that's what's causing it? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I figured it out. Yeah, it's the Kinect. It's picking up the dots. Because I was like, I've never seen anything like that before. It's so cool. But it's that.
There's something out here in this hallway. I keep hearing little movements. Almost like, you know how like it might sound like if somebody's just kind of creeping down the hallway, like really slow?
Mm-hmm.
Sound kind of distant.
Can you hold this really quick?
Something sound?
It doesn't have much light to it. But... First of all, I would love to thank the camera person for her excellent job of holding the camera steady as I went to take pictures down the hallway. However, those didn't even come out. As you will see, well, they caught something. Just, it was hard to see. Mike kept hearing noises and things down the hall to his right, and it was pitch black. So I got up and decided to use my professional camera to take a few photos with a flash. And the first one I took was kind of up the stairs, and as you can see, it was a clear shot. But then I took 2 photos down the hall, one after another, because I kept getting this entire blackout, as if something were blocking the view, which is just amazing because it really shouldn't be doing that. So the next photo that I took down the hallway was clear again. And then upon looking a little bit closer, you can see both in the shaded and in the brightened photos, there's definitely a figure, a tall figure in the hallway blocking out all the view into the dining area, which is amazing. It won't let me take a picture down the hall.
Gee, you gotta want some in flash.
Do you have a digital camera?
I do.
Can somebody take a picture down the hallway just to see what kind of photo you get?
I'll try this one. Oh, someone else on sleep.
Just heard something else down the hallway.
That's really bright.
No, I was able to take a picture down when I aimed it towards the stairs.
Yeah, just when you actually are focusing down the, yeah, just right down the hallway there. So, you got anything in that? Can you pull it up after you take a few of them and let's see if we can find anything?
Interesting.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, do you see it?
No.
Pictures turned out okay, not seeing anything on there.
Interesting. I wonder if I...
That's something on the wall or... Yeah, it turned out that time, yeah.
Is that them? Or is that it leaned over them?
I think that's leaned over them.
I do too.
What?
I think
That's what it
it's
looks
trying
like.
to.
Yeah.
It looks like it's trying to take a picture. Like it's mocking them.
Uh-huh.
Really?
You know what I mean? Isn't that what it looked like? Kind of
Yeah.
leaned over,
Yeah.
mocking them. But he's gone now. Or it's gone, whatever it is.
He's popping up just like really short amounts of time and then just gone again.
Yep. And he stayed in the same place every time.
So right there over to the left, isn't it?
I'm as focused in as I can be on the
No idea. It looks like it's in the hallway. I mean, it doesn't look like it's back to past the doorway even on the other side. I don't know.
That's really interesting.
No idea. Okay.
Who's in here with us? We have all of these devices to capture you, and you can communicate with us. And oh, that energy's gone though, thank God. That was a lot. You obviously know Mike, because he lives here. Alright, now it's recording. It's much lighter in here. It's much lighter in here. I don't know if it's still in here. Oh, no, that's not it. I wonder what I did with it. Oh, it's probably in there. I know, right? Those are some good ass cookies. Eat them up, because I'm not taking this crap home with me, see? What is this? I'm gonna grab this. I'll come with him and take this off. So I have to say that this initial downstairs investigation was quite eventful because we have the whispers, we have a muffled laugh. I'm asked, do you want to eat? All right, now it's recording. And then there's a lighter muffled response. And then the words, Rebecca, eat. And then some high-pitched, crazy voice. Good ass cookies. Almost sounds like a parrot. And then you hear, eat. What is this? And I was right by the table of cookies when that happened. And then I shoved a cookie in my mouth. And then after that, you hear, you ate? So someone was very concerned with what I was eating. And it's funny because thinking back, when Mike and I were there prepping for everything before the night, I said, all I care about is the food. That's why I'm here. And I was talking about eating dinner. And so it's funny that this energy was so responsive to me being hungry and liking to eat. We all sat upstairs for quite a while, and we used the SLS. We used night vision. We recorded a lot. And we saw a lot of things, shadows and things peeking around the corners. We heard detached voices. And we had the Phasma box as well, but for some reason it only recorded the visuals and nothing came through audio. And so we did miss the Phasma box and a deep, sinister voice say, Rebecca. And it was more like, Rebecca. And I said, no, Mike. And Mike responded like, what? And I said, nope, don't repeat it. And I laugh now, but at the moment it was not funny.
Which room's the doll room? It's
It makes me wonder if this woman screaming is tied to all of the brunettes that evening, including myself being accosted. I was punched in the stomach, was if I had somebody stabbing me in the heart, and another woman felt like she was stabbed in the stomach, and two of the women were just sweating profusely when everyone else was cold. And when we were upstairs, I heard a guy say, "Well, you look just like her." So I kind of put two and two together, thinking maybe he has a thing for blue-eyed brunettes. So it just makes you wonder.
It's the room right past that going toward the stairs is over on the left.
Interesting.
Is there a doll?
There
room?
is
That was a kid's room.
there is a woman up here.
Because dolls freak people out.
I used to play one time and there was a doll standing in the corner
What was that?
and the girl didn't see it. She turned around with a video camera and the light went on it and she like.
Did anybody else hear that?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
heard a man say something in this room, but there was so
Oh,
much
that's
noise
very
I couldn't
cool.
tell what was being said. But plain as day, I heard a male voice in this room.
Just now?
Yes, I couldn't tell what was being said there was like just so much movement and noise.
Well, that was
But I
what I
heard
was
a
trying.
male's voice in here, plain as day. I
Yeah.
have no idea what he said.
And see, that's why I held up the speaker because he was talking, and that's why I held it up.
I
Hopefully, I
audibly
can.
heard it. I was like, "What was that?" And then
Yeah, I was just in there and it was like real faint, but.
How many rooms are up here?
there's eight rooms and then 2 bathrooms.
So if each one of us sat in a
You're
room.
right.
Should we do that?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
What was that?
For the most part, during the entire investigation, we were all together or we were all moving together. So there were no people in different portions of the house. When we heard something coming from someplace else where we weren't, we knew it was something else.
That's weird. Yeah.
But not like threatening or anything.
Yeah. It's weird though.
What is that?
And I was trying to figure out if it wasn't.
Oh, it's seeing your infrared camera.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what is so bright?
Oh yeah.
I forgot you had that.
That's funny.
I turned the rest of them off because the other ones they're all wireless and everything. So I turned all those off. So that's the only one that's
That was silly.
constantly running.
Yeah.
Unless the other some of the other ones are turned off.
Are you sweating?
Yeah, I started sweating down there. At that last room at the very end.
You were sweating.
Like, literally, feel my face.
I can see it.
Like,
You're dewy.
yeah, very much so.
That's really.
Really,
Do you want to go downstairs? Do you want to get some air?
I asked her to sleep in.
Okay.
I knew she was gonna be in here. That's why I was gonna come
I
in.
think I just had a myocardial infarction. Like literally, I'm having like chest pains.
You okay?
No good. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's Rebecca. Do you see?
Ah,
That was somebody was like right. in
I
the
was
middle.
going in there and I'm like, there's a person sitting there. I'm like having a chest pain. Ow.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm having like chest pain. Hold on a second.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Is that part of your waiver agreement, no heart attack?
What? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's live now.
My bad.
What?
I said my bad. No, I was just saying this is the room I felt I needed to come in.
Yeah. Well, this is the room that somebody chased me out of earlier today. Chest pains. Ow. Just like seriously.
All right, let me go downstairs.
It's like stabbing me right here, right in the heart, right under the boob, and I can't rub it because it's
dark.
well, nobody can see anything. No, I can't reach it. That's the problem. Oh, man. Okay, if you're gonna do that, just get off of me. Don't do that shit.
was somebody on your back?
Well, it was like somebody was hurting me. Yeah.
I feel that somebody on my back a lot, but not in a painful kind of way.
Well, it was painful. It was in my chest, like right in my ribs.
You just pissed somebody off.
No, I didn't.
No.
They're just trying to convey a message. They're trying to convey a message. You can talk to me, you just can't hurt me. You can't touch me, and you can talk to me, but you are not allowed to touch me and hurt me. None of us up here are you allowed to touch to convey a message. Just talk to me. We're all here just to learn about you and why you're still here, and nobody's here to hurt you or make fun of you. Everybody's interested in your story and your life. After finishing upstairs, my energy depleted and a pounding headache, I sat down at the table to have a chat with Mike and answer a few questions with the VIPs. And I believe a couple actually fell asleep in the attic, which is just fine. But I can tell you that Rhodes Hotel is a fun place to be. You can rent it overnight and stay, if you have the guts, in the rooms upstairs. You just have to get a hold of Mike Couch. So I just left the Rhodes Hotel and said goodbye to Mike Couch. Thanked him for quite an eventful evening. I have to say that after the gallery, doing the investigation, I was touched and grabbed quite a bit. I was poked in my heart. One woman was kind of stabbed in her stomach. So there's definitely something there that likes to play with you. And I mean, he was quite respectful. I'd tell him to stop. I even gave him my camera to draw energy off of because I had it. And so I went and sat down with a couple other of the guests and Mike, and we sat and chatted for a while. And there was nothing left in me. I didn't know where I was going to pull energy from. So we just sat and told ghost stories, and we had a lot of fun. But I can tell you that as far as I know, it was a good evening for the VIPs, and it was just a lot of fun. And then I was terrified, but I stayed in one of the rooms, and I told Mike that if he hears any screaming, to not even question it, it's me. Because I don't even remember falling asleep. However, I didn't want to wake up to any faces hovering over me, and I was not bothered. Thank God. I don't even remember if I was possibly bothered. But Rhodes Hotel, it does have energy, and it is intelligent. It knows that we're there, and I can't wait to get back and look at all of the footage.